Now we're going to install our two foot plates. We have a left and a right side. The easiest way to distinguish these is take a look at the brackets here. The brackets are on this one will be on the outside of the chair. So in this one here, this is our right side bracket. As we're installing this on to the system here where the two pins are at, I want to make sure that this cable here goes underneath, and also we'll be able to plug that in a little bit later. So we're going to move that cable down to the bottom, slide this onto our two pins, push it down, and then we're going to push it over. This mechanism here will lock it in place. You want to give it a little bit of tension here and pull it down and lock that in place. So let's repeat the process for the left side. Again, the two pins go right on top, making sure our cable here is underneath, and we're going to push that onto the bar and then lock that one in place. So there, now that our leg rests are in position here, this wire here, we're going to connect it. So if you take a look at our wire here, we have a clip side that holds on and a hook side. Make sure those are lined up because it's very important to push those in. You'll hear a nice snapping sound just like this. Once that's in position, you're locked in, you're good to go. Now, if you ever need to remove your foot plate, very simply press up on here, take the tension off, and you're able to pull these apart and remove your leg rest. So earlier, we moved this cord to the front of the chair. Now, we do want to install this into the port controller here, but we don't want to do this direction here. We don't want to do on the inside of this bar here because that might interfere with your body or your legs. So we want to make sure that we install this on the outside of the chair, outside the frame, and we want to plug it right into the joystick. Let's take one of our tie straps. I'm going to run it through in this main frame bar here. We don't want to put it on our armrest because this is able to lift up and down. If we do that, we're going to limit ourselves to what we can and can't do on the right side. So we're going to pull this down. Now don't over tighten it. You know, we want to have a little bit of play in here. We're going to cut this off a little bit later. But that'll allow us to go ahead and pull our plug out just like this. And if we drop our plug, it's not going to hit the ground. Okay, so your footrest has 3 adjustable heights. And the way we can move these things down is you take our universal key here, place that on the nut on the back, and take our larger Allen wrench, turning this counterclockwise to loosen up our foot plate. Take a look at this and pull it down. You'll see there's 3 settings here, about 1 inch apart on here, so you can extend this down maybe 2.5 to 3 inches longer if necessary. We can get it to about right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in its original position, which is the highest of the 3 settings here. Putting our bolt back in place. I'm going to grab our nut, put it on the back here, kind of hand tighten it till I get to the point where I can't tighten it anymore. I'll take our universal wrench here, make sure that's firmly gripped on the nut here. Take our Allen key, and now we're going to turn this clockwise and tighten up our foot plate. Now we want to take a look at unfolding these footrests. So here's an important step here. You want to push these back in this direction here, and you'll notice that this won't open up. Right? You're going to have a hard time trying to open that up, but take one more step. Tilt this backwards a little bit right here, and then these will slide down very easily. Put those back in position, and then you have your calf rest here and your foot plate here. I'm going to repeat with the left side. So these controls on here activate your leg controls and your back control as well. These work independently, or we can choose to use them all at the same time. So what I'm going to do right now is activate the left leg here. When I press this button, you're going to see it light up green. I'm going to use the joystick here to move the leg up or down. So now I'm going to activate the right leg, and by pressing this button here. Now the right leg will light up green here, and we have the same functionality here with the joystick. We're moving the leg up independently of the left leg, and now we're moving the leg down independently of the left leg here. Okay, now we're going to change the control to the backrest by pushing this button here in the middle. When we do that, there are 2 legs turned off and our backrest turned on green here. So the same thing applies. If we use our controller, we're going to go ahead and lower the backrest and raise the backrest. Now another feature of this controller here is we have the ability to group the legs with one press of the square button here, which does the both back and forth, or one more press of the square button, we can group all 3 together. So now we have 3 working all together. The backrest will go down and the leg rest will rise up.